If you believe that simply being a good person is enough to bring you success, respect, and power, you're living in a delusion. And deep down, you know it. You've felt the sting of being overlooked, walked on, underestimated. You've done the right thing, played fair, acted with integrity, and still found yourself discarded, ignored, or used. You were taught that goodness is its own reward, that honesty speaks for itself, that kindness will eventually win. But reality has been screaming a different truth. The world doesn't reward goodness. It rewards those who understand how to wield goodness strategically. The predators, the manipulators, the ones who seem to rise while others sink, they aren't more talented, they're simply playing a different game. They understand a cruel law of human nature. Kindness without strength invites exploitation, and until you understand that, you will continue to be a willing pawn on a ruthless board. Part 1. The trap of being a good person. What does it mean to be good? For most, it means being agreeable, being liked, being cooperative, patient, forgiving. But in a cutthroat world, these traits, when unbalanced, do not elevate you. They make you a target. You've been conditioned to equate moral behavior with passivity, to see boundaries as selfish, to perceive silence as virtue. You think you're doing the right thing when you avoid conflict, when you downplay your value, when you stay silent instead of calling out disrespect. But that's not virtue. That's fear wearing a halo. And here's the darkest part. The world doesn't care why you're silent. It only notices that you are. Part 2. The game they never taught you. From childhood, you were taught how to behave, not how to win. You were told to work hard, be humble, stay honest. But no one told you that appearances matter more than ability, that silence is interpreted as weakness, that loyalty is only respected when backed by power. No one taught you how to be strategically kind, only self-sacrificing. No one taught you to read people, only to trust them. No one taught you how to command a room, only how to blend into it. And the result, you became effective, but invisible, capable, but disposable, moral, but powerless. The very traits that should have made you valuable were never seen, because you never learned how to project them. Part 3. Kindness without strategy is suicide. Let's be clear. Kindness is not the problem. Naive kindness is. Unconditional empathy, limitless availability, unfiltered honesty. These are not strengths when placed in the wrong hands. They're weaknesses. You think you're being noble by sharing everything, giving everything, showing everything, but what you're really doing is handing over your power. True strength doesn't bleed in public. It knows when to reveal, when to conceal, and when to vanish. Strategy turns kindness into influence. Naivety turns kindness into bait. Part 4. The power of perception. You know this intuitively. People treat you based on how they perceive you, not who you actually are. It's not enough to be smart. You must look competent. It's not enough to be kind. You must look commanding. You were taught to value substance over style, but substance without visible confidence is nothing in a world obsessed with image. Look at who rises. It's not always the most qualified. It's not the most selfless. It's the one who looks like they belong at the top. Perception is the currency of power, and unless you learn to shape how you're seen, you'll always be at the mercy of those who do. Part 5. The intelligence of silence. You've been taught that honesty means transparency, that openness builds trust, but in the real world, information is leverage. Say less, reveal less, control the flow, because when people know everything about you, they know exactly how to manipulate you. They know your fears, your dreams, your triggers. Machiavellian wisdom doesn't teach you to lie, it teaches you to speak strategically. Sometimes the most powerful answer is no answer. Sometimes silence is louder than shouting. The more mystery you maintain, the more control you hold. Part 6. Emotional resilience equals sense advantage. Good people often equate emotional expression with authenticity, but emotional discipline is the true mark of a strategist. The one who controls their emotions controls the room. When you're triggered, reactive, easily upset, you are readable, and anything that can be read can be controlled. Hold the line, stay centered, show less. It's not about being a robot, it's about never letting them see you bleed, because once they know how to make you react, they own you. Part 7. Scarcity breeds value. One of the greatest deceptions you've believed is that the more you give, the more you'll be valued. Wrong. The more you're available, the more you're taken for granted. The more you give freely, the less it's worth. Scarcity creates desire. Strategic absence creates impact. Disappear from the spaces where you were unappreciated. Delay your replies. Stop offering yourself on a silver platter. Let people feel your absence. Make your presence earned. This is not arrogance. It's emotional economy. Part 8. Unpredictability is power. If they can anticipate your every move, they can control it. Good people tend to be consistent to a fault. Predictable, reliable, easy to read. And this makes them easy to use. Don't let people reduce you to a set of traits. Be calm one day and calculating the next. Be kind, but never completely available. Keep a card hidden. Let them wonder what you're capable of. Predictability is comfort. Unpredictability is power. Part 9. Strategy over emotion. How many mistakes have you made out of urgency? Out of a need to fix things immediately? Explain yourself, win approval. Power belongs to those who wait, who calculate, who don't act until it benefits them. Impulse is the enemy of strategy. When you wait long enough, people reveal themselves. Opportunities reveal themselves. Weaknesses surface. Let others rush. You will observe, then strike. Conclusion. Becoming a strategic force. You were never weak. You were simply playing the wrong game. You trusted too easily, gave too much, thought virtue alone would be enough. But now you know better. Being good is not the goal. Being strategic is. Reclaim your narrative. Own your presence. Speak less. Watch more. Withdraw when necessary. Lead with calm. Strike when it matters. And never again confuse kindness with compliance. You are not a pawn. You are not prey. You are not here to be consumed. You are the storm they didn't see coming, and now they will.